Hi everyone, my name is Gertrud, and today I will be talking about workshops and how they help with experimentation, buy-in, and engagement. Now, my controversial take is that meetings are not good for getting team engagement. They simply don't help us break silos or get people excited about the work they do. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of memes around this online. In meetings, there are always people who take the back seat and others who take more lead. So, how do we make sure that everyone's voice is heard and that they are able to contribute? We want to avoid teams rowing in different directions. I've seen it as a common recurrence when working with different clients, and I've seen how different functions have various ideas on what the website should look like, what content should be out there, or how we should build new tests. If teams are moving in different directions and unable to get fully aligned, they will be less excited about the work they do or less likely to be bought into the experimentation program. I want to also take a quick moment to cover some symptoms of dysfunctional teams. Number one is that teams may feel disconnected from the goals and processes of the organization, leading to low morale, engagement, and productivity. Teams working in silos can also lead to miscommunication, poor collaboration, and resulting in inefficiencies. Different teams might also have varying understandings of organizations' goals, leading to conflicting priorities and efforts. Now, there was a study by Leadership Consultancy which reported that 86% of employees cite lack of collaboration or ineffective communications as the main source of workplace failures. I have seen symptoms of this when working with my own clients. This example has been pulled out from a maturity audit that we ran on a big billion-dollar company. The lowest maturity scores and most spread out answers were found when we asked about people's involvement in experimentation. Some roles or teams felt like they were disconnected to the experimentation process in the business, even if those members felt like they had great ideas to build upon or insights. Researchers are depressed because PMs don't care. Now, here's a quote from one of the participants who took part of that maturity audit. We found that there are members and teams who clearly want to take a bigger role in experimentation or want to have their voices heard. From this company where we conducted the audit, we found some repeating themes and recurring problems. Number one is that teams worked in silos and lacked communication with the primary experimentation team. And number two is that they did not have full alignment on goals and KPIs were not fully defined for teams. So my question to you is, does everyone in your organization have a voice? I believe workshops can help us with these problems that are highlighted today. Workshops can help us align teams with organizational goals and ensure that everyone is working towards the same objectives. They can help us involve members in discussions, make them feel valued and heard. And also, they can foster cross-functional collaboration, so teams can work better together, share ideas, and solve problems collectively. I have three workshop examples that I'd love to share with you all today. The first one is the goal tree mapping workshop. This is where you can align on the goals and set accountability. Then there's a thematic analysis workshop where you can get alignment on the customer problems. And the third one is the data to action workshop. And this part helps us empower teams and work towards solutions. Now, what do all of those workshops have in common? These workshops can help you break silos, make meetings more engaging, and allow everyone in your team to have a voice. I have an example of a strategic testing roadmap over here that I will refer back to a bit later as well. These roadmaps can help us keep teams aligned. As you can see, some of the key elements in here are the metrics and goals we work towards together, objectives supported by research, data sources, and solutions that are worked on together by the team. You will be able to get all of those ingredients via the workshops I'm covering today, so you can build one of these strategic roadmaps for your own team as well.
Hi, this is Romo Santiago, founder of Experimentation. To celebrate our 5th anniversary, we are holding weekly giveaways until November 29th. Prizes include books, free consultation services, and even a t-shirt. To enter, simply join Experimentation Slack and fill out the entry form that can be found in the description or through the QR code on the screen. Now back to the session.
Now, with these workshops, we can assure that teams are aligned on common goals. They have a good understanding of customer problems and opportunities, and that different teams have contributed with solutions to the identified problems. This will result in better accountability, buy-in, and collaboration. The first workshop we're talking about today is the goal tree mapping workshop. Goal tree mapping allows us to get alignment with the teams on what metrics matter to them and also share accountability for them. This exercise helps us break down large goals into smaller, more manageable steps and provide a visual representation of the relationship between the goals. The goal tree map itself is a logical and hierarchical visual representation of the goals. So using a goal tree map, you can easily visualize the metrics that matter to your business and identify the sub-goals that can be used for measuring experiments. Now, in here, you can see what the goal tree mapping workshop would look like. People are able to add sticky notes for what they believe the KPIs, the tactical metrics, and engagement metrics should look like. There's a set time for team discussions to align on the listed metrics and group them together. As a team, you can then build the goal tree map together. This is an example of a goal tree map that was built for one team in a big organization. This exercise was eventually done on numerous teams, resulting in multiple goal tree maps to help them align on which metrics matter for different teams. There are mainly three applications for this workshop. The first one is alignment to make sure the team is accountable for a set of metrics, and this is already done in the workshop together. The second one is strategy. You can ensure that any OKRs and strategic roadmaps are connected to the goals you have aligned on with the team and that they are referenced there in the other materials as well. Then you have measurement and reporting. Once the teams know what they're accountable for, they can measure their progress against goals. Now, the second workshop that I'm covering today is the thematic analysis workshop. Thematic analysis helps us make sense of the data and identify opportunities or customer problems for site optimizations. The goal is to identify patterns from a variety of data sources with the team. Those identified themes can be used in strategy maps and further ideation sessions to list out specific actions to improve the website experience. Now, the thematic analysis activity includes reviewing different data sources from research and categorizing them within relevant themes. This is an example of a thematic analysis workshop. Participants can read through all of the research insights and start identifying recurring themes. In different groups, themes will drag the insights into different categories and give labels to the recurring themes. Later, the teams can compare the notes to review the themes identified and align on the most important ones. Now, this is an example from a list of themes that were identified in a workshop we ran with a client. At the top, you can see the top themes from research, and on the bottom, you can see different sticky notes that were found within those themes. The different colors for the sticky notes represent different data sources. Now, there are mainly three applications for this workshop. The first one is alignment, just like we had with goal tree mapping. With this session, you can ensure that teams have visibility to the problems and optimization themes that should be worked on. The second one is buy-in, and with this workshop, you can get teams excited to work towards solutions based on the customer problems or themes that they have seen themselves. And you can also use those identified themes for any ideation sessions in the future to start identifying solutions for the problems. The third workshop I'm covering is the data to action workshop. Now, this workshop provides a structured environment where participants are encouraged to think creatively and explore new ideas without the constraints of day-to-day tasks. By bringing together individuals from different departments, backgrounds, and expertise areas, ideation workshops harness a wide range of perspectives. This diversity can lead to more robust and innovative solutions as participants can build on each other's ideas. This workshop can also help foster a collaborative spirit as team members work together to brainstorm and refine ideas. This collaboration helps break down silos, builds stronger team dynamics, and promotes a culture of shared ownership. Now, this data to action workshop includes reviewing insights from research or completed A/B tests. You can also add a bonus task for competitor review to get inspiration from elsewhere. Most of the time in the session goes on ideation for people to add their thoughts or ideas. And then we have a section for test planning where people can create their hypotheses and test plans together. Now, this is the most comprehensive workshop out of the three. This session can take anywhere from 1 to 2 hours, or actually even more if you want to go deeper. Participants are given tasks to review those existing materials, so it's good to prepare everything for them beforehand. And even you can do a little competitor task if you want teams to get inspiration from elsewhere, or if you don't have a lot of research to provide yourself. Now, participants can then add their own ideas for new opportunities, whether those are tests, things that should be implemented on the website, research items, or things to investigate further. After that, you can create those test plans, hypotheses, and there's also a few fun exercises in the end to vote for the best ideas or add flags for feasibility. Now, here are the applications from the workshop. During the session, you are able to map out new opportunities and test ideas that can be validated on the website. Teams will also be more empowered to solution on the problems they have been assigned to. This results in more buy-in for the work that they are doing and accountability to work towards solutions that they have mapped out for themselves. You can also add any of those ideas to a strategic roadmap later. There may be even ideas for future research that can be mapped out too. So, what is the outcome of doing all three of those workshops? Now, I believe that if you run those workshops in your organization, your team should have a better understanding of the goals and metrics that matter for them. They should be better aligned on the top problem areas or focus areas for the experimentation program. And they should want to work on those identified solutions and activities, so more engagement. So let's quickly revisit the strategic testing roadmap before we finish up. Now, with the three workshops, you should have all the key elements and ingredients to build this out with your own team. You will have the metrics and KPIs from the goal tree mapping workshop, objectives that relate to the themes you identified from workshop 2, and solutions from different teams that will help you move towards the goals. I hope you plan on running these workshops with your teams as well. And if you plan on doing so, I will be sharing those templates in Miro that you can use for your own workshops. Thank you for listening in, and I hope you enjoyed this talk.
Hi, this is Romo Santiago, founder of Experimentation. To celebrate our 5th anniversary, we are holding weekly giveaways until November 29th. Prizes include books, free consultation services, and even a t-shirt. To enter, simply join Experimentation Slack and fill out the entry form that can be found in the description or through the QR code on the screen.